Hello and welcome. I'm Christopher Miller, one of the writers and directors of the movie.
Hi, I'm Bill Hader. I play Flint Lockwood.
And I'm Phil Lord, another writer and director of the movie.
This is the Columbia lady.
Super informative.
There you go.
Oh,
Why'd you do that to her?
It was actually a lot of meetings to be allowed to deface the Columbia lady with a giant banana. But we had precedent. It happened on Cat Ballou and Mouse That Roared.
oh, you had to go through them all?
Oh, yeah.
We had to establish
show.
precedent. If Howard Stringer sees this, we're all going to be fired.
I like that. It's filmed by a lot of people. That was in the screenplay.
Yeah, it was, there were 500 people working on this movie, and it's kind of silly to have a real film by credit.
I will just say this opening. How many times did I record the opening?
I would say 800.
We knew when we wrote it that it would be
rewritten
100 times
and reanalyzed.
And is the teacher here played by Liz Kukowski?
It
Yes.
sure is.
Liz Kukowski, amazing writer, very good form. Played my wife in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and is my wife's writes scripts with my wife, and has a cool show called the Jeannie Tate Show.
And has, I think, one word off screen.
She's awesome.
In this film.
Is that Andy?
That is Andy Samberg, who will have. This line here was another one that we wrote 40 times.
But you can't run away from your own feet.
We had.
Yeah. I recorded that line in Santa Fe while doing the movie Paul. I remember that.
That's right. And the earlier versions were like.
The last time.
Yeah, last time. Yeah, that was the last time I did this. A little sound booth in Santa Fe.
Nostalgic, probably.
Very nostalgic. And the first one, I want to say, when was the first recording? What was my first session for this? I remember doing one session, long session for this movie right before the Tropic Thunder premiere, and you could tell in all the pictures from the red carpet that I'm completely out of it, and I fell asleep during the movie.
Oh, great.
Because it was the most exhausted, in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good way, it was super
I was
exhausting.
so entertained that I fell right asleep.
No, I was so out of it from... Because, you think, I'll do a voice in an anime movie, how awesome that would be. But it is insanely hard work. Anna and I, when she hosted SNL, she was like, isn't it hard work? And I'm like, yeah, it's like one of the hardest jobs I've ever had.
This Lauren Graham plays the mom, and she was amazing. Yeah, we wanted to get somebody who was really warm, but also had a little smart, sassy side to her. She did a great job.
Yeah, she's great.
And the kid is Max Neuwirth, who was not an actor before this, but was just had a really natural, non-actor-y sounding voice with that little bit of a lisp that was adorable. And that treehouse was supposed to be like the origins of what Flint's lab ended up becoming. All these inventions here. We had a bunch of others that didn't make the cut, like what was there? Invisible coffee table that really opens up the space, but you keep hitting your shins on it. There was the reversible cat that's head and tail switch places. I'm not sure why Steve likes mustaches, but that is a running thing.
That's I think that's a scientific fact about monkeys.
They do like mustaches because
that
they are
kind
painful.
of monkey.
In Atlantic, called Swallow Falls.
Yeah, I did this maybe 100 times.
Yes.
On
So
different-
sorry, dude.
No, not you. It was like, that was the learning experience of doing this. I was so naive, like, oh yeah, you do it once and then you're done.
And then you're
like, oh
finished.
no, animation, you do it over. You do the thing.
We changed it
million
ever
times.
so slightly.
But that was why it was,
It's
really
also voiceover like that, especially at the beginning of the movie that establishes a lot of stuff. It's something that the execs know they can change up until the very last minute, so nobody signs off on it.
Yeah.
This shot comes back later in the movie, and that line, originally, he said again at the end of the movie in a very bad joke way. We can just remember that line.
This is the establishment of Flint's theme, written by Mark Mothersbaugh.
Wow.
It's really awesome. Mark did a great job of marrying this kind of big, brawny, orchestral feel with his kind of signature Devo tone.
When Flint turns here in a second, there's like wind blowing on him because the idea was that there's an off-screen fan that he likes to keep by there so that he looks super awesome.
If you listen carefully in the mix, I think it's in there.
Yeah, the fan turns on and off. This lab was, designed by Justin Thompson, our production designer, and the color and feel of it was colored by Mike Krinsky, our art director, and the whole idea of it was supposed to be like what Flint or we thought was cool when we were kids, which was like Tron and Fantastic Voyage and Star Wars and all that type of.
And the Commodore 64.
Yes.
Which was the most sophisticated computer.
And there's a pet computer
Growing
there
up.
also. But he had all this sort of 80s technology and stuff, and it's supposed to look really cool in his fantasy world, but then when the lights come on, it's see how homemade it is. And like this machine.
It's made out of a microwave, blender buttons. I think there's a coffee espresso maker on the side.
There's like a colander, and that's just a garbage disposal thing. But like the idea is that all of this stuff is super homemade, out of found objects. And the voice of the machine played also by Bill Hader.
Yeah, that's me.
Talented guy. This area has some of the coolest sound in the movie outside of maybe the inside of the spaghetti tornado.
Yeah, you should rewind it and listen to it without us talking over it. Turn it up super loud.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully you've already watched the movie before you listen to this commentary.
This is
track.
if you're watching this for the first time, maybe go back.
Yeah.
But like Jeff Roubaix was like the sound designer. And,
Jeff and his team did an awesome job on the whole movie.
And
how does that work with you guys? Like you're just saying, like the actual machine. Like, do you just say this is kind of what I want, and then they bring in a bunch of different?
Yeah, they're like, does this sound too awesome? They were like, we wanted to be on an awesome and homemade scale.
Right.
And this area here is like where we get to see that Flint, like that was a lab. That hallway was made out of egg cartons and a shower curtain. And this is where we, Flint's sort of humming the Mark Mothersbaugh theme, and we realize it's all sort of been in his head. He's kind of a little kid, and this is one of my favorite parts. But you do all your own sound effects.
Yeah, that was in Santa Fe. That was the last session I remember.
Oh yeah, because we had to play you Mark's score.
Yeah, you guys
for
were
you to
just in
copy.
it, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, but
There's James Caan,
that's right.
the man, the
Jimmy
myth.
Caan.
Jimmy Caan.
We thought he did a great job with like he really brought a whole character to this piece.
I love him in this. He came in with a really specific idea.
You don't keep throwing your net where there aren't any fish.
He's a very intimidating man.
It was a really he scared us probably.
He's worked
the
with
most.
Howard Hawks, Francis Ford Coppola, Walter Hill. I mean, the guy's had a storied career.
Right, and now the pinnacle is working with
Wes
us.
Anderson, and now you
Yes,
guys.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a scene coming up way later in the movie where I did get to work with James Caan over the phone, and that was kind of a crazy experience.
Yes.
Like a great kind of like, I can't believe I'm in an argument with Sonny Corleone.
It's unbelievable.
This is so
He's
weird.
a legend.
I know, he's a legend.
And he really brought, I think, a level of realism to the role that I think was really important for the emotional core of the movie. And it was really hard to balance, like trying to make him seem clear that he loved his son but couldn't express it. Like this little scene helps you know that like he's not just a jerk. He really wants to bond with his son.
I love this deliberately crappy animation designed by Justin Thompson.
And making the bad Matt here on the edge of the mayor, of course the executives thought it was a mistake, but it took several rounds for it to get to be that bad. And it was really difficult for them to make it that bad.
Yeah, Sony Imageworks that did all of the visual effects for this movie, they pride themselves on doing beautiful mats that cannot be seen. So it was very counterintuitive for them.
And knock knock, in comes the weirdo. Here's Sandberg.
Andy Samberg.
He played his character, the worst person in the world.
Yeah.
We wrote this part specifically for Andy because the cocky character that he sometimes plays in some stuff that we had done with him before, we knew exactly how he would do it, and so it was really easy to write for him. But we wanted him to be pretty hateable at the beginning and you come around to love him.
Yeah.
And this tackle shop has got all sorts of crazy details in it that spent a lot of time modeling each of the different props there and all the different lures and everything, and have overhead bad fluorescent lighting and stuff. And off he goes.
This hellhole is too small.
Now this was the guy that I freaked out when you guys told me he was in the movie. Bruce Campbell. I was like one of the first things I asked you guys. I was like, do I get to work with Bruce Campbell? And you were like, no. And I was like, oh,
He's
man.
in Miami.
Yeah, man. But
Yeah.
I mean, the Evil Dead movies, Briscoe County Jr. I mean,
If we were nerds and not busy being popular and hooking up with attractive women all the time, we would also be super fans.
Yeah, we'd also know
Yeah.
who Bruce Campbell was.
Yeah.
But he was great. He has that great, bombastic and yet somewhat sketchy voice that was perfect for the mayor. We wanted him. We kind of modeled him after the mayor from Jaws.
Oh yeah, Murray Hamilton.
Yeah, and
Those
we
are
wanted
my
him to.
kids too.
Exactly. And then
Oh my God.
Mr. T.
Oh man.
We could make the whole rest of the movie about Mr. T. And how awesome he is.
He gave us so much good advice about how to live life.
It is true. And
Did he really give you advice during
all the time he was talking
Constantly.
about how to be good and how to do people right and
Did he ever say stay in school?
always.
He's always telling us to stay in school.
And you're like, we've been out of school for years.
Yeah, he was always, he'd always say things like, he'd always show up early, be like, I'm always on time because the T stands for time. The T always stands for anything. I'll do lots of takes because the T stands for takes. The T stands for everything. It doesn't even have to start with the letter T.
Professional reporter.
Oh, just send the intern. She's cute and
Neil Flynn.
The
Coming
janitor from Scrubs, who has 2 lines in the movie, but who's a super great comedic comedy voice. And this is our intro to Anna,
Anna.
who was adorable and amazing. And
Yeah, she's so good in this.
yeah, she really is very appealing and so funny and perfect for the part of someone who is much smarter than you would think, or plays ditzier than she actually is. And that's her sort of setting up her relationship with Manny there. And this is a great idea.
This is a great idea.
Weather News Network.
This is
Al Roker making his appearance. I
uh,
can't believe he did this.
because when we wanted Al Roker to do it, we're like, he's never gonna do it. The character's a total jerk the whole time. But he was totally game to be mean and nasty.
Playing against type.
Thank you, and welcome, national television audience. You are about
These are like some of the first shots we finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shot here, the effects artist literally went frame by frame and drew a cartoon skeleton in on him.
That was
Did
such an
amazing
awesome
job. You could
surprise.
totally freeze
We
frame
go
him.
into to see the shot, and I'm like, you really gave us the double stitch.
That was great. Another
Andy really does that in the SNL
Yes.
offices. He
Yes.
just likes to
to rip off his
tracksuit.
and reveal
taken
his
from
hairy
real life.
chest.
That's why we wrote that in there for
Yeah.
him.
We
Wearing a
designed-
diaper.
We designed that character to be as least appealing as possible. The last person you'd want to be wearing a diaper. And Mr. T, we want to be just shy of being a superhero because that's how we feel about him. Now, this Sardine Land idea was sort of taken inspiration from Auto World from Roger and Me in Flint, Michigan, where this is a town where sardines are terrible. Sardines are ruining the economy. Nobody's interested in sardines, and so they decide to spend all their money making a sardine theme park. We thought it would be funny if it was such an ineffectual town that they needed Flint to save them. This Flint flopping around here like a Muppet was a direction we gave to the animators to make him just like he was just a floppy puppet hanging on.
Swallow Falls are sardine to get better.
That guy that looks like Sonny Bono, who's sort of staring down at him, the animators kept always putting him in all of the shots because they really liked him for some reason. And the guy who animated this shot here, like that, for one frame, all of the leaves pop off the tree and you would never see it unless you
There's so much
freeze
detail.
framed it.
The animation team was really incredible on this film, and once they realized that every time they put something interesting in the background, we would let them keep it in. It was
Everyone
open
kept
season.
trying to outdo each other with more silly stuff.
They added so much great stuff.
That guy, Joe Town, is played by Will Forte.
It's our 9th Saturday Night Live cast member in the film. Star of Clone High and
Oh yeah,
many
Clone
other
High.
wonderful things.
And the monkey, played by Neil Patrick Harris, where we decided, hey, you know, why not get a super talented guy who can do anything and not
Have him
have
say
him
4 words.
not have him use any of his actual talents. The ratbirds. We really wanted to show the nest where the ratbirds had taken all the children and the animals, but it seemed a little morbid at the time.
That was a mistake. We should have put that
There's
in.
lots of
Yeah, you
great-
guys should. That should be your TV special, like when they did like the Ewok like TV
Oh, yeah, the
specials.
Ewok, yeah.
Remember that?
Just
should
the
be
land of the ratbirds?
Land of the ratbirds, or a ratbird nest. It's a
just all the-
very special ratbird Christmas.
Oh, there's lots of debate on how to break the glass.
It was going to be a
the
fish skeleton,
Yeah,
right?
the ratbird was going to drop the fish skeleton on top of the bowl and have it all crack.
This is an awesome looking shot. I can say that because I
Imageworks-
had nothing to do with why it looks so awesome.
Imageworks is really great at water, which they sort of perfected on Surf's Up.
Yeah, look how that looks so good.
We really wanted this scene
I-
especially to have really muted tones so that when the
I remember this was
Clouds
one of
came
the
in.
first scenes that I recorded, and I remember you guys saying did a scream take, and you said, "No, it's more like a scream, like when you get like a heel in your eye."
see, that's some great direction right there. You know.
Yeah, like that thing right there. Like I
that.
did one scream. It's like, no, it's kind of more like, you know, like when you get a heel in your eye. And I
No,
was like, heel in my eye.
imagine
Now
you had
imagine
huge
you-
bulbous eyes.
And imagine you have huge bulbous eyes, and you know how your monkey friends hanging out with you. And you...
Yeah,
We really have to paint the picture, you know?
No, it was funny because you guys would try to explain stuff, you know, and you could
Right.
read it, but then you guys go, okay, so basically what's happening is, you
Oh,
know, and
that
trying
was
to
the
take us
preface,
to the
everything?
thing.
picture it, if you will.
picture
You're
this, if you
inside
will.
a giant spaghetti tornado.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, they're shiny. I'm Sam.
Flint.
Steve! Is that a monkey thought translator? Steve!
We thought that Neil would be the only guy that we could think of who would be able to take one word and make it funny.
Yeah, he's a genius.
I said I was sorry. Oh!
He's a world-class magician. Like a world-class on the board at the Magic Castle.
Fun
Neil
fact, you know,
Patrick
in
Harris?
Chance-
Yeah.
And so the idea with this scene was, you know, in a lot of these movies, like the disaster movies, like Jurassic Park, they really like to tease out the reveal of the big event. You know, like everyone sees the dinosaurs and they're
That walk
gasp
right
and
there
they
makes me laugh so much.
take off their
Taking
glasses.
off my actual walk.
That's based on the way Bill
I
walks.
actually walk.
So this came from a suggestion that came out of the story department to tease out the arrival of the food weather a little bit more, and so we
Like all things, we take it over the top and try to tease it out as long as we possibly could.
and as sarcastically.
He took his own beard off.
Yes, he did take
Yep.
his beard off, and I wish that had been the ratbird holding the sardine, who also would gasp.
And I actually did this. I actually did a huge gasp. Thanks, guys.
We made you do 5 super long
five
gasps.
like super long gasps, but I almost passed out.
But look, it's still going.
Yeah, but I actually did this. It
Yeah,
wasn't like
yeah, no
anything
stu-
like you couldn't like
Get a
splice them
stunt gasper.
together.
No.
Or you splice them together to make one long gasp. I was
It's
like,
really you, and I think it's a tiny bit in under the big wide shot of those clouds.
Now, these burgers that break apart was a huge software development thing to have them break apart and have the buns react like buns and the lettuce flop like lettuce and not have it bounce like chew toys that just sort of stay
this
together.
was a great day because I think it was the day that me and Anna worked together.
yes,
and
the-
we showed up and there was just In-N-Out burgers.
I think they might have actually
Animal
been
style.
Burger King burgers.
No, they were In-N-Out.
No, I'm pretty sure they're Burger King, who was our corporate partner, Burger King.
Right.
They were.
Yes. But they were delicious
Whoppers.
burgers. But yeah, you
They
did the whole
were
scene with your...
Whoppers. Of course. Animal style Whoppers.
Yep. Yep.
You guys did that scene with your mouth full. We kept making you do
And we
many
kept
takes of
eat-
the
yeah, and then we ran out of burgers, and then we switched to bananas.
Yes.
Ay.
Well, it's probably
It's a good
for the best.
chaser,
Yeah.
I think.
It was a good
Yeah.
chaser. There's nothing like after you have a bunch.
No,
we
a
didn't
good
actually
refreshing
eat
banana.
all the burgers though.
Right.
We had a big, nice
Yeah, a big
spit bucket.
spittoon.
Yeah, spittoon that you would.
That meteor shower joke, probably the worst pun in the movie. But hopefully it was clear that we know that it was
also
bad.
the best.
And also
I
the best.
have that T-shirt, or didn't all you guys have the T-shirts? The Science
Science is awesome T-shirt. Yes.
I wear it a lot, and people say science is awesome. I have
That's what
people come up
everyone
and say to me,
says.
they go, "Man, you know what? Science is awesome."
You're teaching people.
That's good. This is one shot that we learned looks really awesome in 3D. When you go low angles like this, you get a lot of good sense of the depth in the scene, and it really feels cool. And we're trying
So
to set up
imagine
here
that.
how awesome
at
this would
home.
be in 3D.
Yes. No.
One of the great things about the Tim design was like one of our great inspirations for all the designs was the Muppets, who work super well in 3D. And there's a lot of Muppets where you can't see their eyes at all, like the Swedish Chef and Bunsen Honeydew, and we thought it would be perfect for a character who is sort of emotionally inexpressive.
I remember doing this a bunch too.
Yeah.
This was fun. This is they always ask me what was the hardest thing to do, and was doing this line really fast. I think
yeah.
might have been the hardest thing to make sure all the words you can kind of understand them.
This little scene here was a great example of where we let animator. The idea was like, okay, have him not be able to put his eyes together, and then just go to town and try and make us laugh. Make us laugh, funny boy. And then they did an amazing job.
This is where the magic happens.
Super poop joke
Classy
number
joke.
one.
Yep.
Remember we did this with our
Yes.
faces smushed together.
Yes, and you know, we ended up cutting most of it for pace, but it's on the deleted scenes because it's so awesome. The bit that you guys did together and,
Oh,
and was
yeah,
animated
yeah.
by Pete Nash. Great job on it. Now, the color in the lab sort of changes based on the moods that he's in. Mike Krinsky, our art director, really
Yeah, he
had
felt
this
strongly that we should switch it up every time we're in there. So this has this kind
purplish,
of warm
pinkish,
pink light that represents sort of Sam coming in and
bringing some
warming
warmth.
up the environment. Yeah.
This is another bit that you guys did together and played off of each other. Here with your little laughs of each other.
Right. That's why I did that on
Right.
purpose. Right. Okay.
Always cracks me up, that little okay.
And this is all bogus science. That every scene in Armageddon has to explain what the rules of the machine are.
Pizza?
Yes.
Mashed potatoes?
She was funny in this.
Apples? Sauce?
We did this
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
This was in the room together.
Yeah.
It's so much
It's
better.
really
I wish I
sweet.
could do the whole movie that way.
Anna just was really making me laugh in this because this animation is exactly the way she did it. Like she was so she get really excited. It was very sweet.
You're really allergic to peanuts.
Hey, me too.
So what's it called?
Peanut allergy.
No, the machine.
Of course.
So of course we had to set up the peanut allergy. And this idea was this machine had this terrible name for all the time, and they were always trying to get us to call it the Foodster. But we were like, no, it's got to be called the. And this was your
This
joke
is
that
Bill's
you
joke.
added, and it's super funny and always gets a good laugh.
Oh, I don't remember that.
That's
Yeah.
you,
You're like-
improvising, I think, during the session.
You're like, what if we do this? And you're like, that's so much better than what we had.
That's funny. Oh, thanks.
This was
Yes.
our choice we tried to think of
What would be the
what's the worst
lamest
thing you could do to the great song Fight the Power by Public Enemy.
and have a kitty and ducklings with oversized sunglasses singing it.
Oh,
So
I can't believe I've been watching this for 3 hours.
It's a strange joke.
3-hour clip.
Yeah. It's
It's
mesmerizing.
and this is us very not elegantly setting up that Steve likes gummy bears. That's not gonna come back, you guys.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
that's called the setup for all you Sid Field fans.
Nothing.
He's doing the other commentary, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah. This
Yes.
is the hero's journey as Joseph Campbell had laid it out.
This is another good foreboding.
It's
Foreboding.
forboring.
The dangerometer, which I now wish we had just called the dangerometer, is in clear Rastafarian color coded for easy understanding of when it gets dangerous. This shot was really difficult to do, making the crazy
Bacon.
bacon.
Those were
Yeah.
funny when you guys just say, all right, now say this 3 times in that voice. And I go, bacon, bacon, bacon.
That's a shot from the book.
There's actually a bunch of little quotes from the book in here. This is
Like
one.
that's one. This is not one. But that is another one. And all sorts of money. We're trying to set up that the mayor is
Bruce
going
Campbell
to get
does
fat.
really good gobbling
Like,
bacon noises for future reference. For
Anybody who needs,
anyone needs to cast
a
somebody
bacon
for that.
gobbler, he's your man.
He's very good.
This was trying to explain to the audience that it was going to be, hang on, we're going somewhere, you guys. Hang on for the ride.
Every day for the foreseeable future, and in 30 days, we hold a grand reopening of the island as a must-see
These drawings of these cars were drawn by Justin Thompson.
everywhere.
That was supposed to be crude and yet kind of cool looking.
It's a good description of the entire movie.
Yes. And this Leslie Gore hit Sunshine Lollipops.
Yeah, which was famously used in a great Simpsons episode.
Well, great. Well, that's just great.
Yeah.
The town of Swallow Falls was sort of modeled after Flint, Michigan, and Astoria, Oregon, my mom's hometown, and like all these towns that were really supposed to be, on hard times, but trying to resurrect themselves. And we were not shy from putting lots of telephone poles and air conditioning ducts and all the stuff that they try to take out of most animated movies. That out of cider thing is like a twist on the cleanup thing in the book also. Just ham and your name engraved on a banana is what that one storefront said. 3D, you guys! Game calling a cat on pie was one of the things I remembered most vividly from the book as a kid.
A pizza stuffed inside a turkey.
I love
Yes.
this. Pete Nash animated the Flint side of this, and he's our animation director. He insisted on Flint being completely still in that one shot, just blinking.
I remember coming to Sony and getting to, you guys were like, yeah, you want to meet the animators? And I was like, sure. And it was just this giant room of people working insanely hard, and they just had to listen to my voice all day. And you could tell by the look on their face when I was like, hi, I'm Bill. They were like,
"Ah!"
It's so weird. They've been like listening to your disembodied voice forever.
hi. But they did, they should have their own commentary track.
They do. It's track 5.
Yeah.
They were actually so excited that you came they were unbelievably touched that you came into that room that day. They talked about it for weeks. They don't get visited in there.
In the cave.
Oh man, yeah,
of
it was like a
Legos.
cave, yeah, because they have to be able to see
Yeah.
this stuff, so it has to be really dark in the room.
I really like the lighting in this scene as sort of a magic hour dusk time. Mike Krinsky did a really awesome job with
Terrence
it.
Malick look.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you're always mean to me.
I remember that. I did this a couple of times, and then you're like, oh wait, what's wrong with this? Oh yeah, Bill, you gotta yell. He's like really far away.
You're 100 yards away.
You gotta yell louder.
That's a big part of our job, is knowing what distance characters are from one another.
Yeah.
This
Real.
line always cracks me up.
You know how fathers are always trying to express their love and appreciation for their sons.
How arch it is.
Earl, wait!
This is what we call plot point 2 in the
Yes.
Sid
Your
Field.
reminder.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, here it is. Look.
Yeah, if you're follling along
With
in
your,
your
color
journey,
coded-
journey
with-
journal.
With your copy
Your
of
journey journal.
Screenplay by Sid Field, you'll know that this is.
I've got an idea.
Here we go.
What's the sound of the ratbirds?
That's me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Chris
doing that
combined, right, with some
some,
weird, like
Archaeopteryx
pterodactyls.
thing.
We got a
Um,
real pterodactyl.
Now
for it.
this.
Bobby J. Thompson
Yeah.
is Cal, and is
We will all be
hilarious.
working for him someday.
Yes.
For sure.
He's the king of showbiz.
He is the king of showbiz. I worked with him on Human Giant. He was really great. This was the very first thing, like when you guys were at, I went to this room in Sony in New York when I got the call of possibly doing this, and they showed me a reel, and it was this whole sequence in storyboards
Oh yeah.
with, I think you guys just doing all the voices,
Yeah.
right?
It's
Yeah.
Probably,
It
yeah.
was
Yes.
this whole thing.
Cody
with just,
Cameron, our storyboard artist, was Earl.
Yeah, it was, but it was in like these drawings of the characters, and I was like, I'm in. It was that, and then a shot of Sam Sparks walking on Jello,
Oh yeah, an early
And-
test of that.
and then,
You're like,
and
I'm in.
and I was like, I'm in.
What faith you have to
Yes.
have in that, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the thing. That's how you get into the. You get a call, and they say. Do you
Yeah.
remember the book Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
You're like, oh,
And you're like,
yeah.
yeah. And they go, they're making it a movie. Do you want to be in it? And you're like, yeah. And then it was in that meeting where I was like, do you guys remember that when I was talking to you?
Oh yeah,
And-
we were like over the phone.
Oh,
and you were
over,
like,
this
so,
conference call, I
am I
go-
going to be the...
And am I the lead guy?
You're the lead?
Right.
And you're
I
like,
didn't
yeah,
realize
yeah.
you want me to be the lead.
And you're like, yeah, you're the lead because you. Yeah.
That was
And
pretty
that
good.
right there was the first publicity still from the movie.
That's right.
Yeah,
that
just
was
like
in
it all.
every single magazine. And
This
and-
bit
Yeah,
where
it was just a poop reaction.
yes.
yeah.
But I one of my favorite things about this movie is Bill's performance in it. It's like, it's like warm and funny and really human, and it's kind of everything we
Sincere
wanted. Yeah,
and hilarious.
we cast Bill off of an interview that he did for the EPK for Superbad.
He had
Oh,
a
that's what it
perfect-
was.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
wow.
like
You're
showed
like, wow,
that.
his natural voice is like the geeky guy that we totally weren't because we were super popular and stuff.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But that shot in the house is a great example of how they used this awesome handheld camera technology to make it actually feel like it was shot documentary style, where they had the scene in, what do you call
Oh
it? I
wait,
don't-
my favorite
Oh.
favorite joke of the whole movie
coming right up.
Qui est réellement à la mode. Joanne Swallow. Et Yamudinatun
Here it
à
comes.
la mode. A town that is truly topped with ice cream.
Favorite joke of the whole movie, right
There it was.
It's the English
Yes.
refuse to say any French words.
Yeah.
Yes. The yeah,
This next thing coming up is
a scene
was
we
added
pretty
very,
late.
very late in production. Almost couldn't be completed.
Researching. Role-playing. Dialing.
That was Steve with a wig on, in case you missed it. A Sam wig. Maybe a little bit creepy.
Ready.
There he goes again.
Saying what I'm doing.
Saying what I'm
Hi, fam. How are you? That's nice. I was wondering if you would like to go on a date.
This shot was animated by David Stadolny.
Okay.
Great. Bye. Meet me in the forest. Nailed it.
He's not good with girls, you guys.
No, he doesn't
Yeah.
know.
That was something that I knew nothing about.
Sid Field moment number 3.
The,
Yes.
There you
the
go.
dials turned to yellow, and
That's how
that was
you
one of
know.
our first of many TV callbacks.
Oh, nowhere. I just thought it'd be nice.
So this is a signature picture from the book that we wanted to realize in 3D. It was always a big part of the pitch, even 6 years ago when we started. I think this is almost a direct quote.
And it was our editor, Bob Fisher, whose idea was to go inside. And we had this whole scene with them talking to each other, having like a romantic scene, but outside. And he was like, why don't you go in there, man? And we're like, of course.
That was probably a $10 million suggestion.
That little hand talking thing was a total animator pitch that was not something that we were expecting. and we
This
fell
is
out
the
of it.
very, very, very first thing that I saw animated with our voices. Remember you showed it to
Yeah.
me and Anna.
Oh, yeah,
I feel
that's
like
right.
the
On a
same-
laptop
On a
and-
laptop.
yeah.
Yes. We're like,
you guys had it on a laptop and showed it to me and Anna, and we were like, whoa.
Custom car plastic Tupperware mold I made.
Yeah, this set in here is what ImageWorks claims the most complicated set they've ever had to build because it warbles and the light reflects and bounces off of itself, and they're using this ray tracer software called Arnold that calculates how the light bounces off of everything, and so it almost blew up all of their servers.
Here's a Jello exit sign.
A natural
Whatever.
thing you would put in.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
just
it makes
that's
sense.
code. You know, you have to do that.
Like that stuff.
Yeah.
Like you jump up and you go between two pillars. What would that sound like?
I know.
Oh yeah, Jeff Roubaix did an amazing job, and the
Awesome
the
job.
mixers, Greg Russell and Michael Samanik were amazing at
That's-
creating this whole a Jello universe.
We get so many comments from people who
Are
are
like, "How did she get
concerned, yeah, that she drowned in the Jello.
Really?
Yeah, she was lodged in there. How did she get out?
That would have been the craziest move of
And
all
then
time if you
now
followed
she's
that.
dead.
Like, I guess, yeah, Sam's got to drown.
There was a draft like that.
Yeah,
Very different.
it took a very dark turn.
Very different.
Um,
I really like the
this-
two of you guys in this scene. I think it's
We
really,
did we do
very
this
sweet.
together?
really
Yes, you
lovely.
did.
We did this scene together, yeah.
Can you keep a secret?
No.
that's one of my favorite jokes.
That always gets a laugh.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, well, it was a really long time ago, but I...
Rob Greenberg helped us with the script for a while, and this joke here too. That was his joke, and it always makes me think of him every time I hear it.
He's a nice man.
Wait a minute, I'm a nerd.
And I was totally obsessed with the science of weather.
I wouldn't know what it feels like to be nerdy like that, though.
Sam's room is actually Cal's bedroom, also, but with different wallpaper.
A lot of little cheats like that.
That song.
That's a great song.
Miller and Lord, ASCAP
Original
lyricist,
composition. Yep.
You guys did some
Yes.
major
Major bucket.
Major cash.
Major ducats.
cash-ish.
Oh man, these glasses are actually
Considerably smaller than
Smaller.
the first draft.
the actual glasses are enormous to fit on her giant round
like
head.
this.
Yes.
I love that joke.
Nothing?
Wait.
Yeah, this is when you just think that Flint can do anything,
Right.
he shows you up once more by making a Jello scrunchie.
That's also the kind of direction you're like, okay, now eat a bunch of Jello really fast.
Yeah.
It also makes me think of that must be how he built the entire.
You can see all the
Jello
spoons.
castle.
The
Yeah.
spoons on the right that are still lodged in from him eating
wow.
away.
Oh yeah.
This is
inside.
finally the chance to explain that.
This was like a half-finished room. You can't really tell. Like, there used to be a line where he's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't finish up here." The color in this scene is absurd and awesome.
Yeah, thanks to our crackerjack lighting team that really made this look beautiful.
Obviously, Flint has never kissed a girl before, or been in a snowball fight before, or done anything that humans do. So he gets everything wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here's the dorkiest cell phone ring in the world.
I got to sing this. I remember that.
They gave this out, Flint, you have a call, as a cell phone ring to the crew, and a lot of them still have it on their,
Oh,
on their
really?
cell phones.
Oh, I apologize.
This is another scene that you guys did together. You just kept it all talking over each other. This bib store
I love this Bibbs.
modeled
After the Abercrombie and Fitch at the 3rd Street Promenade, downtown Santa Monica.
and so in the book, there's the roofless restaurant scene, and we wanted to sort of envision it
I have
as like
to
a
point
cool
out
pub. The
Groucho
kid.
Marx kid here, the lower right.
That's the kid with Groucho Marx glasses, like in the book. There's a kid with Groucho Marx glasses
Yeah,
in the roofless restaurant because Ron Barrett made a joke to himself.
That's the illustrator of the original book.
That's Will Forte again.
Oh, Forte's the guy with the fake beard. He's an insane person.
Yeah, the idea was that like anytime someone from the town had something to say, it would always be Forte.
He was the voice of the crowd.
The name of the character is Joe Town with an E.
Forte is
Making-
a genius.
I know.
Making these steaks look appealing and having them glisten in the way that steaks do turned out to be very, very difficult to get them to look tasty. And all of the modeling of the food was a real challenge, but they did a great job on it.
Ooh, I remember doing this a lot. Too.
Oh, yeah.
I did this a lot.
This is a
And there's
crazy
another
shot in
scene
3D.
coming up that I did a lot of too, and later in the movie I'll point out. But I just, and I don't mean that in any way like I was annoyed. I just remember, I could recite this.
And there's probably like 3 minutely different versions.
Every steak is not exactly the same size.
But it was good kind of doing it again because it taught me a lot because I would go, oh yeah, no, we got that right, and then you would hear it and go, yeah, we got it, and then we would do it again and go, oh no, actually it's better. We can,
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
that's good. That is a great relief to me.
No, it was.
This
Trended
guy behind
upward.
him,
Now I'm all Stanley Kubrick about stuff. Gotta do 80 takes, 100
I know
takes
we've
of
ruined
everything.
your relationship with every future director.
Yeah.
Well,
That light on his face is good.
Oh yeah, this all uplit. So it was kind of scary because all the tables have their own lighting, but we wanted it to be kind of like the cheesiest pseudo-hip LA or New York restaurant ever,
Yeah.
where the chairs are uncomfortable and it's all
Like a
modern.
Philippe Stark, Ian Schrager looking place.
A place where Tim would feel out of place. But more happy, grinding chum.
I love this. Like, it's pitch perfect for me. It's like it works on an emotional level, but it's also like incredibly tongue in cheek when you really
Right.
think about it.
And the flickering of the fluorescent lights was really, really fun. And this scream of yours really cracks me up.
You can't write that, folks.
We
I
tried
remember
it.
saying these are big hot
That
dogs.
is, that's a clever line.
Yeah. I
We
remember
wrote
going-
like 20 lines
I
for
remember
that.
going, these are big hot dogs. And they're like, these hot dogs are big. These are big hot dogs? Yeah, you do it like
Yeah.
question marks.
Always.
How many different ways?
Is it Steve?
Yellow.
Right, Steve.
I really love the idea that Flint always thinks that Steve is smarter than he is and misinterprets everything he says
Right,
as being
Steve?
really clever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man. There he comes.
I remember doing that a lot too.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was a scene where we really went hog wild with a 3D effect.
This was the sequence that was in editorial at the moment when we learned the movie was in 3D. And we had got the call that they were going to spend the money and do it.
And it was like hot dog in your face shot. Everything was coming right at you. They're like, okay.
Now
we really need to
these,
sell
this is
stuff.
kind of weird. These look like whip pans, but they actually,
Exist in real space.
yeah, they did this in real space, which just comes out as a blur. But it's kind of fun to know that we really moved the camera around the set this way.
Over mutate. I think that's why the food is getting bigger.
Here's what I heard. Blah, blah, blah. Signs, bigger.
His, like
Bigger.
jacket rips there.
Everyone's gonna love these new portion sizes.
This
Hey,
scene
when
was
you just move the camera around, does that mean what does that mean?
There's an imaginary camera on our imaginary set, and you could have just kind of built those as like, just do a random
cheat.
blurry thing. Yeah, you could have cheated all those jumps to different
I
locations.
see what you're saying. I see.
but
But
You
they
guys actually
choreographed
moved
it in, yeah. Pointlessly, I might add.
believe it or not, it's very analogous to like a regular live action movie where they build the set with like this is 40 feet by 45 feet, and the characters like Flint is like 5'8". They actually have heights like we need to know the doors are this high, and so then when they put the camera in, it's all analogous. So we pick the lens that you would use, and it's just like a regular movie, except for the cranes are really cheap, and the dollies are really
I
cheap.
really like this performance.
Oh yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, like-
When you tell him to literally chew the scenery, he'll go
He
for it.
knows how
That's
to
why I
do it.
love that guy.
He's so great,
I mean,
so great.
I watch the Evil Dead films at least all three at least twice a year since 1990.
That's
Do you watch
awesome.
them in really? Do you watch them in a row?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Even-
I saw Army of Darkness 9 times in the theater, and it was in Tulsa, Oklahoma for a week.
You're like, this is the greatest.
Wow.
I was 15, and I would leave school, and I would go watch Army of Darkness with my friends.
That is so awesome.
That's unbelievable.
I love that movie.
You still haven't met him, right? You're gonna meet him in
No.
3 days.
Meet him at the premiere.
Yeah, you'll see me. It'll be like the Beatles. I'll just be like, I'll be crying.
Screaming.
It's like
Yeah.
you are
The
seeing Robert
high-pitched
Pattinson
woman.
for the first time, and you
Yeah.
are a 14-year-old girl.
He could, Robert Pattinson could come up to me, and I would push him out of the way and start kissing Bruce Campbell's feet. I read his book. I own his book in hardcover. If Chins
That-
Could Kill.
That is awesome.
More Robert Pattinson for me. That's all I'm
Yeah.
That's right.
There was a lot of work, design work.
Copyright 1980.
Yeah, exactly. Like went into this.
Design of the old
It's
Doppler.
old computers and avionics.
It'd be
and
funny if you guys really went 100% with that because it'd be 5 minutes of her just waiting for it to load up.
That is one big mayor.
That's a callback. Sid Field fans.
Yeah.
The
call
nacho
back.
cheese hot springs,
Oh yeah.
extra gross.
Wait, what is this from? This music?
This is the Alan Parsons project. I believe.
Serious.
Yep. It's called Sirius.
They use it in the Chicago Bulls when they
May
come out.
recognize
You know
it from
what?
that.
It's in the. You know what? It's you see the movie Safe Men? John Hamburger?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they have it in a bar mitzvah scene. In that movie.
That's great.
A
an
lot of
oldie
people
but a
think-
goodie.
A lot of people think that Flint looks like Adrian Brody or Jason Schwartzman in the scene with his hair
Oh
like
yeah,
this.
he does look like Adrian Brody a little bit.
I just love that.
The tuxedo T-shirt is my favorite part about this, and that
Yeah.
comes from the fact we really wanted to dress up, but having to afford a whole new outfit was going to be really, really pricey and not worth it. We were going to have to lose some awesome effects. We're like, okay, we'll just change his T-shirt to a tuxedo
Actually,
T-shirt.
Flint looks pretty hip right there.
Yeah, he does.
He looks really hip. He looks really cool.
He's got a great haircut.
Yeah.
There's lots of details like that. Women holding 2 giant sushis like pom-poms in the background.
Hand over the ceremonial scissors.
And this is Jimmy Sandberg's low point.
That's Will Forte pulling giant scissors away from Andy Samberg. It's funny.
And Andy just throwing a tantrum.
He's like semi-drunk here.
I just love that that's him and Will. It's really funny. Put your clothes back on. We don't need that. Come on.
And this
Yeah.
woman here is whispering, "I love you." And you can see the mayor escaping to the right there.
Oh yeah.
The Bellagio-style cheese fountains
Oh
were
yeah.
surprisingly hard to get to look awesome.
And there's poor Tim
The
grinding away.
lighting's so good in that.
Oh man, we had such an
Oh, yeah.
incredible team. Rob Riedau is our visual effects supervisor for the film, and he put together just an unbelievable team. We got a lot of production value in this movie that
We had a
Wouldn't have
huge
otherwise gotten.
Ah, that's
debate as
cool.
to whether or not Flint should actually cut the scissors. Cut the ribbon or not, and whether that meant he had gone too far.
I know.
it
It
was
was like our
like
biggest
most of
fight
it.
on the movie,
Oh,
probably.
this was a big. When I see it, that was a big line.
Mamma Mia, that
Yeah.
one? Yes. The
Yeah. I
There
remember
it is.
doing that and you guys laughing really hard at the end of every take.
You're like, I guess these guys
oh
love
boy.
this joke.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That's better than Chef Boy, Are We in Trouble?
Yeah.
Chef Boy. Oh, I remember this. I did this with the picture, remember?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I did
Yes.
a mock-up of this,
Luke.
and I was like, well, watch, well, hello, well.
The making this spaghetti tornado had like 75 different elements to it, like shooting out the different meatballs, the like spray of tomato sauce.
Not to mention that Zach's like animation, right?
Oh
That's
yeah,
Zach's
Zach
shot.
Torak did that.
Yeah, just like
That guy in the tub and the guy knocking on the door were in the book, and the tornado in the book. And this is all based on the Jack Shoe board here.
and animated by Matt Munn, right?
Yep. Super
Very
great.
talented man. Now the boats are backing up.
A little hard to tell what's going on there. There's Sonny Bono again. He's in like every scene.
The spaghetti looks great.
I know
Yeah.
they did a great job.
Amazing job.
That's a great camera work here.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite shots. Where it goes like through the wall really fast, but you can't even tell.
We love a good storm over here, but you look like
I love Roker here because he's being like the most friendly version of a jerk.
Yeah.
And this is sort of our letting you know that eating too much junk food and excessive consumption is not really the world's best
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, well, we'll get right back to that storm, and hopefully Sam will look a little more appealing.
There's actually more to that spaghetti twister that you can see in the deleted scene where
Yeah, I recommend you stop the movie, go back and watch that version.
including
and-
the food fight here also, and then we'll wait for you guys and you
Yeah.
can come back.
It makes way more sense.
And we're back. Okay, did you like it? Was it awesome? Was it as awesome as we said? Did you notice that in the
That time when that thing happened?
when the tortilla chips were hanging by fishing line?
That comment is gonna make
No
sense for the
sense.
one person who did what
actually
you
did
said.
pause it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the most obedient person in the world.
There was a lot of bad puns there with the shrimp, where he was going like, "The joke's on you, shrimp."
This is
Yes.
another great sound design moment.
The crazy explosion. We definitely wanted you to feel that it
That's
was
when you
over.
can tell that the guy who mixed the Transformers movies mixed this film.
Wow.
That was the only way to communicate with the machine.
It's funny to think that you and Bruce Campbell still haven't met.
I know. We've never met, and
That will all
we
be
have all
over
these scenes. Yeah.
very soon at the premiere.
Oh, this is Bill all
Yes, Jason and George, our dialogue editor, cut this thing
mashed
together.
up. Yeah.
Oh, is this me?
Yeah, that's
It's
all
all
you.
me? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
too. That's the scariest reading of Strawberry I've heard in my whole life.
Strawberry.
Oh, the clouds that they had to develop a way to make the clouds royal like
the-
clouds, but stay in the shape of food.
Look how
like
the
was
water looked from it. I mean, really,
I know,
really,
they-
really good job.
We need a doctor.
This is a very serious part of the movie.
Anyone?
I am a doctor.
But Manny is like
Man.
marginalized. Like not
Benjamin
even the
Bratt.
cameraman cares about
Benjamin
him.
Bratt.
Benjamin Bratt was
The-
amazing. He
The one heartthrob in the entire cast.
Right.
is
so
little
many
Manny.
Short
ladies
man with a
showed up.
freakish head.
So many ladies showed up on the days that he was
Yeah.
recording.
Too much junk food.
He was hilarious and was pitching all sorts
Yeah.
of ad-lib stuff and had really great comic timing.
He
and
was
totally
a great
got the part.
surprise, I thought, and really understood the joke and kind of figured out that the smaller he played it, the funnier it was.
And the more like he was really understated but super awesome,
Yeah.
the better it was. That gross out kiss barf is
Is one of the classier moments in the film.
and it's followed up by an amuse-bouche reference, so you really don't know what the
It's
hell is
high and
going
low
on.
in the same place. That's the whole point, right?
Otters
Otters
get wet.
get wet.
You're about to be in the epicenter of a perfect food storm.
A lot of Sam's dialogue actually does make sense. Like when she's talking about Jell-O and how it's a viscoelastic biopolymer.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it's the
And
only
then
correct science in the whole
The
movie.
Coriolis acceleration and all that stuff was all stuff that we
Wow,
looked up
these
to be
people have
actually
never
accurate.
moved.
I know.
Yeah, I know. They've just stayed in the same place the whole time.
Ah, there it is.
They're just stunned by the phenomenon.
That looks so good.
That giant meatball. Making meat look good was really hard.
Oh yeah.
It's a lot easier to make like a waxy candy corn look believable. You see how expressive
Although probably
we could get.
whoever worked on that is like, nope, it wasn't easy at
No,
all.
Yeah, these were all great. Oh, I remember seeing this this shot animated. This was one of the other shots.
Yeah, this
first
is
shots I
another-
saw animated.
The lighting design in here is so beautiful.
Yes, there's these particles of dust in the light that this guy Carl Herbst developed. We call them Herbst particles that actually were in 3D space, so that 3D version could feel the dust in the air.
This we had a little screening of the movie a while ago. Maybe like 6 months before the movie came
Yeah,
out. And this scene was animated, and it made my wife cry.
Oh, wow, really? I didn't know
My
that.
wife got very sad.
You are- I think
She
you-
got-
I think you're
she-
awesome in this.
She
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, honey."
I know this. I just feel like this shows off a lot of range for you. It's really, you did a really, really nice job with this scene. It's very
thanks.
sweet and sincere.
Yeah, that's like what I like about your performance in this. Is that in the film is that it's got all of the like really big broad comedy moments, and then these like really human, warm, small moments in it.
I don't know if it was my acting as much as just the image of me in a trash can. I think just made her sad. Just made her bummed out.
It is stacking the deck a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just like Mama did.
We're trying to recreate the same shots that we did in the bedroom with the mom there. And you can see how like little tiny movements like that with Tim, even though you can't see his eyes, are really expressive.
Yeah.
This is an
Do what you gotta do.
That's right. Awesome reprise of the theme by Mark and his team.
Running down the egg carton hallway. Yeah, we would have said, make them run as dorky as possible. And then they get like, no, dorkier. And they...
Here comes my favorite shot in the movie.
The one...
Right there.
He's like dangling.
He's dangling like a Muppet. That was the animator's choice. That was so smart.
Fine car, too.
Now with wings.
Wings
He clearly has no regard for how destructive that vehicle is.
Yeah. Whoa. That's cool.
So a lot of these shots are in the book too. The donuts, the macaroni guy is in the book, and the pancake on the school.
yeah.
Signature moment here.
It's got a big laugh in the trailer, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. That's a very kid-friendly joke. I love this joke because it just reminds me of what was in the script. In the script it said, a man steals a TV, period. A TV steals a man.
Now this scene is all crazy because the food is just conveniently falling where it's not anybody is gonna get hurt ever. But the whole scene is filled with these big. They did a great job with it.
He stays on
I
TV.
love watching Steve in this sequence too. There's a moment when the stuff we just finished where he literally falls asleep during the exposition.
And then he wakes up.
Yeah.
Now Earl.
Another classy joke.
Earl wears these shorts because when we first created the character, he was also a gym teacher, a gym coach, and really only a volunteer cop. And in fact, the thing on his hat actually says PE coach and not, or phys ed, I think it says.
It just confused so many people that we
They're like-
finally just felt like we had to
Okay,
simplify
we'll
it.
just keep him a cop, but we'll keep the short shorts for some reason.
Yeah. It just feels right.
And I liked his haircut.
Oh yeah, the reverse mohawk.
The reverse mohawk?
mohawk.
I know,
That was
there was like a bugaboo we had about giving him a mohawk, and everybody
Yes.
wanted it, and we
Right.
said,
It's too much like the real Mr. T.
so we just,
Did the opposite.
I guess that means we're contrary.
I'm coming with you. You're gonna need someone to
We did not shy away from 3D effects in this
No.
movie. Or cartoony sound effects.
I love that little noise, yeah, when she touches his nose. So silly.
You're a pilot too?
Yes, I am also.
This running gag where Manny can do anything. There was like 9 other things that he could do in the
So he's not a particle physicist, but he is a comedian.
That is true. That is clear.
He knows German.
The way the car rocks while he gets up and the whole camera is great. And this is Brent's turnaround. This is where we start to hopefully like Brent a little bit.
This is his arc.
That's
Yes.
right.
He's coming along.
Car's pretty full, so.
There was a whole
That's
bit
a
here that we
Sandberg
cut.
ad-lib, I think.
Yes. We had a bit that we
Saying
cut
his
out there
name.
where Joe Town was also in the car and he left.
Oh, yeah,
that we had
that's
to cut
right.
out for pacing. That was pretty
Right.
funny.
They were like, if you guys, this is going to be a crazy trip, so anybody who's
Who's
not
not
ready,
ready.
say so now. And then Forte just shows, like, pokes his head out. Yeah, guys, I'll see ya.
Yeah, maybe it's not good for me.
That
That's
is
our
a
editor.
picture of our editor.
Bob
we
Fisher.
hid that from him for a year and did all this stealthy stuff so they
that
wouldn't find out.
And then we found out that he already knew about it.
And he's, to this day, is protecting the name
Of whoever.
of whoever revealed it to him, although I'm fairly sure that she's in the booth listening to us right now.
Water goes in the top.
So the giant meatball was a real challenge. And yeah, there's another classy.
It wound up looking great.
Yeah. And having this
There's
smoke.
something very Dune-like about it.
Oh, you mean the book and not the movie?
Yeah, the
good
book.
way, though, right?
Yeah, in a great way.
Yes.
In a good way.
Anybody order pizza? Oh, hold on!
We wanted to have a dog fight with these pizza slices. This was one of the things that we really, really wanted from the beginning, was to like take it one step farther than the book, like start earlier than the book and go even farther than the book. And we're like, what is it? How can you take this even farther? And the idea of pizzas shooting their toppings.
I mean, can you imagine if we lost this kill code?
That's a complication, right?
Yes. Oh, for the Sid
Yeah,
Field.
yeah,
Uh-oh, things were going great. Now, this was based on a conversation I had with my own dad, where I was trying to send me an email, and it took 45 minutes before I could get him to copy and paste something into an email. And we realized that was perfect for Tim.
Yeah, this is this.
Yeah,
No, it's coming
it
up
comes
later.
up-
It's coming up a little
yeah.
later, yeah.
Want me to drive?
I love Andy just flopping around in the back there. And then
Suddenly, Manny is
some
an
legitimate
awesome pilot.
awesomeness here, yeah.
Retracts the wings, they pop back out.
Wow, you're a lot better than me.
That was good lighting.
Oh, yeah. We wanted this intake thing to be awesome
Terrifying.
and
Now enter the meteoroid through the intake here.
And now he explains the plan with a very handy map.
scary.
we
Ah,
set
that's a
up
setup
what
for
is-
later, gang.
You guessed it.
The Western Blowhole. They keep
Oh,
saying
this
Western
was
Blowhole.
this whole thing was something I did a lot.
What do I do?
You can be president of the back seat.
That's Brent's theme there.
That is kind of like a demeaning thing Chris and I say to each other if we're having an argument
Oh,
and
you
somebody
can be-
cares more about it.
You can be president of that
Oh,
idea.
you're president of the joke. It's a way of giving in while also making the other person feel bad.
The lighting in this is
Oh, yeah, awesome.
crazy.
Oh, that's really good.
And then the eyeballs.
Kind of, I can't tell if that's a Pee-wee's Big Adventure
Yeah.
homage
Classic,
or like,
Warner
yeah, like a
Brothers.
Warner Brothers
I think
thing.
it's got to be Warner Brothers.
Yeah, because I think the Pew's Big Adventure thing was an homage.
Common
to
source, yeah.
Kind of exhaust vent. But if we go this way, the inventor should be right down this area. Brent, get out of that pie.
Said it's very sweet. Even when she says it, it's very
I know,
cute.
right? This
She's very cute,
She,
sweet about
she
it.
can't not sound cute.
Yeah, I know.
The secret to her success, and a lot of her characters do horrible things in movies, but she kind of comes off Teflon.
Mm-hmm.
So a few times we've seen we've seen Tim's eyes, but this is the first time where we get him to lift his eyebrows and his mustache. And it always makes Phil and I laugh, but it makes nobody else laugh. There, where
There
his
it is.
mustache goes.
It made me laugh again. Oh yeah, here's the scene
is
you
your
did
scene.
with
Yeah,
Jimmy.
this
Yeah.
is a scene with. So this is me and James Caan.
Sorry, I can say Jimmy when he's not here.
This is me and James Caan. On the phone together. Actually
on the phone, right?
actually on the phone together.
Yeah, he was
doing
here in
this
LA
scene.
and you were in New York, and we had studios in both places.
And I'm pretty sure some of these and those kinds of things from him are just legitimate coming from being on the phone
Yeah.
with you.
Like, what's going? You were actually literally getting frustrated,
Yeah.
like that. That part was you going.
That was real.
That was real. Yeah, that was like, no. No, I would never get frustrated, James.
No, you're kidding?
You'd come after
He
me.
will murder us with his
Yeah,
eyes.
No.
And the chest hairs a tingling. These bread boats are another signature part of the book that we wanted to make sure would be a big part of the story. And in comes Billy Zane to push out the old ladies out of the way and get off the Titanic.
See you, suckers! Woohoo! Bon voyage! And bon appetit!
Like
We used to have several cutbacks to the mayor as his boat was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, he's eating away at it. But for pace, we ended up cutting most of those. And this food-a-lanch.
I just love that is like the most cartoony timing it could possibly be, followed by like
very
a really
realistic-
sophisticated simulation of the food smashing through
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah, that was not easy, as you
Oh,
might
no.
imagine.
No.
And each food sort of has a property of its actual food.
This is a lot of math at work right there.
Wow.
And the idea that the family works together and they throw Cal like a football and then she catches him like Terrell Owens in the end zone. And then also a baseball player.
They're very athletic family.
They're like a super team.
That's from the gym coach thing.
And this scene is like just an homage to how much we love Mr. T and how awesome he is. What an inspiration he is.
That's amazing.
The T.
That's not our joke,
That was
right?
Mike Lester.
That's
the
Mike Lester,
artist.
storyboard artist. That's his joke.
By the way, the
Every once in a while he'll call and be like, "Is the T joke still in?"
it's still there.
It lived.
Now what?
Just click send. Flint, the Flint Lockwood.
I love the lighting of these tunnels. It's all based on like Carlsbad Caverns and Fantastic Voyage.
Dad, can you hear me? Dad?
And then the movie gets extra weird.
We showed this clip at Comic-Con without any setup beforehand, and they just all scratched their heads in confusion. It literally takes 70 minutes of movie to understand
Okay,
it.
so the food is gone sentient because it's
gotta
like
heighten.
genetically engineered and
You gotta heighten.
You gotta heighten. You
That's
can't
right.
just say one thing.
yes, Matt eating roast chickens is the natural place he would go in this
Oh,
movie.
I remember that because you recorded Anna saying they ate Brent, and you guys wanted us to say it
the same
simultaneously,
time.
so
That
you played
one-
it to me.
Yes, over
Oh,
headphones.
I remember doing this a lot.
Yep.
Oh yeah, this was a line that changed a lot. It was like the
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah, so they're like big story moments with lots of emotion that don't have lip sync will not be completed until the last possible
Yeah,
second.
last
In
actual
fact,
moment.
that might be the very last line that was ever recorded
That was
for this
the
movie.
last thing I ever did.
Yeah.
For the movie, I remember because I did it 2-picture, and this was fully animated.
We were
I did it
mixing.
2-picture. Yeah, I
Yes.
did it.
We were like
2-picture.
halfway. We had
Mixing.
2 days left in the mix when we rewrote that.
Yeah, I came
Yes.
in and did it.
The animation on the chicken is really one of my favorite parts
I like these
of
guys.
this. They're like, huh? What's going on with Larry?
Oh yeah, Pete animated that.
And this is Brent's Triumph, and it's the same theme as the Baby Brent commercial, but at the triumphant version.
I think that is poop joke like 2.5, right?
Yeah, it's not really a poop joke.
Sort of lateral too.
It's a very classy joke.
Yeah,
Not much
it's like
is
it's close to the vest poop joke.
And then crotch kick. Now that's a classy joke. Now he slowly caresses Flint's face there with his chicken wing.
You really did it.
See, Brent's redeemed himself from being such a
Yeah.
jerk at the beginning.
You love him now.
And hey, I think we set
know,
up
it's
that there was a
funny.
peanut allergy earlier.
It's funny because I am actually allergic to
I know.
peanuts.
Like
I actually do
very
have a peanut
dangerously,
allergy.
right?
And
yeah,
Anna
yeah, very
is not.
Yeah, Anna's not. So it's funny that.
At the opposite.
It
is
must have
the
been
case
hard
for
for you to
this.
play it. To
Yeah,
play
actually
not
be like,
allergic.
Yeah, to be like, relax.
Hey, it's fine.
Yeah.
Another. He just loves mustaches because it's the most painful thing to eat.
This New York set, I believe, is like a modified. Isn't it a modified version of the Spider-Man set that the ImageWorks
Yeah.
built? That's you, Chris.
Oh yes, that is.
I think
What
that's
was
my
the-
groan.
What was the Will Smith zombie movie?
Oh yeah, I Am Legend.
I Am Legend.
Yep.
And we in Clone High we would do mean things to Lincoln, and in this we did mean things to
It's no
Lincoln. I
different.
think we have it out for Abe Lincoln.
Are about to be crushed by a giant corn.
Whose voice was that?
That is Melissa Sturm from marketing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Melissa.
She has a couple of roles in this film. She did the scratch
Yes.
voice for Sam all the way through the film. And is a very talented actress.
Yeah, take that, Roker.
Yeah, Roker.
That's Roker's ad lib, actually.
Yes,
what the what?
Yeah.
What the what?
This scene in 3D is almost crazily distracting with that.
It becomes
with that,
a scene about the licorice rope.
The licorice rope is so in your face. We were like, we want it more and more in your face. And then when we saw it, we're like, uh-oh. Maybe we overdid it there a little bit.
I still don't know how this sequence plays because when we played it back for press in New York a week ago, the trivia cards that come on before the movie were on like an automatic timer, and they popped on in the middle of the press screening
for about 30 seconds.
While Chris
I
and
love
had a
that
hard time.
that one chicken is really going at it for his chicken crotch there.
Oh yeah, so it was, like those weird trivia questions.
Yeah,
and
Robin
stuff
Williams
before you see
says
the movie.
comedy is hard.
Oh yeah.
Here's Sandra Bullock in The Proposal.
It's
Yeah.
literally all throughout this sequence. They're like
Yeah.
these weird factoids superimposed.
What Martin Lawrence movie is he a knight in?
We made Anna do stuff with her mouth full. We made her do a whole scene where she's got this horrible allergy. We made her say things like the Jiayuguan Pass in eastern China and all these crazy
Went through the
complicated
mill,
signs.
yeah.
We really had her do some crazy stuff in this movie.
I remember
That was
that.
another thing we had to do like 400 times.
No, but I remember you guys gave me like a full-on line reading for
Yes.
that, and it was really funny. I remember Chris doing the line reading, and I started laughing really hard. I was like, oh, that's what you were going for.
I know sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what the action verb is to give you to elicit that.
I hope that was the only line reading we gave you. The whole
No,
time.
it was
Probably
not.
Now this
No.
crazy belly of the beast scene, I'm still not quite sure what we never had quite terms like the tonsil and the flowering base. We did not know.
The extruded plastic dingus.
Yes. And now we get to have Steve's great payoff. These gummy bears, the way that they refract the light is super awesome.
And here comes this big hero moment. So they went to town. We make that as trippy as possible. Like something in the film needed to be trippier. This is also, I should say that there's a lot of lens flares, especially in this last third of the film. And it's no coincidence that the Star Trek reboot that J.J. Abrams did had just come out. And we thought it was so funny how many lens flares were in it.
Yeah, Steve just ripped the heart out of that yellow gummy bear right there.
Oh, yeah.
This scene was animated by Dave Harden, a really funny animator of him, Brent trying to fly. We thought that was hilarious. It was his idea.
That makes it look like the gummy bears are made of magic.
Yes, the sparkles.
Yeah, they're made of magic.
And so even in the face of danger, he's still humming his own theme song.
I love how scary everybody made the dingus sound.
Where did he go?
Oh. But I just love that machine sounds so cool, and then the cartoon noise sounds so dorky. I love that those are in the same movie.
Grabbing, tying, throwing.
I like that, the thing you guys came up with where he lists the things that he's doing.
Yeah, he's like narrating himself.
Yeah.
Sorry, old friend.
This is kitchen's closed.
The kitchen's closed, and then he shoves the thing into the welcome to Mooseport.
That was hopefully one of the very few actual pop culture references. And I wouldn't even call it a pop culture reference because that movie was that 10, 12 years ago already?
That's like an old writer's room thing, right? Like somebody
Would say, welcome to Mooseport.
Yeah, like somebody had a bit where that was their catchphrase.
You know how it is here.
Welcome to Mooseport.
It's one of those days.
There was a bunch of that, all those food words.
This is the callback to when he said, "When all seemed lost, I stared at defeat and found hope."
Yeah.
And at one point, we called that back, and it was a big groaner because he was staring at his feet. And
defeat.
And we loved it. We thought
loved
it
it.
was so funny. And then when we finally saw it there, it just took away from the kind of
Yeah,
the
it's
story.
funny. You want to put as many jokes in a lot of times, and you realize you actually do get caught up in
You wanna
the
feel-
emotion of the thing.
Yeah.
and it just messes it
They're
up.
like, "Ooh, that's a real groaner." Now, is Flint dead, you guys? I sure hope not. This explosion was worked on for many, many, many weeks by
I
a
love
team
that
of.
the request from us is can you make a rainbow explosion?
And
They
they
did
did.
it.
And they really did.
I love this part of Mark's score. The TV's dancing in
TV's
happiness.
on
Yeah.
He's very excited that he's not gonna die.
And then I love how it's undercut by the worst landing in the whole world.
Hey, Manny's a great pilot. Yeah.
I mean, considering the
Bacon
factors,
runway is a great choice.
they came back intact. Yeah.
How
as good a job
Brent
as
got
you
out
could
that
do.
door is not physically possible.
Yeah.
You buy it.
You buy it. You know,
This-
they'll always buy stuff at the end of the movie.
This is a great scene where you can see how the animators were able to give Tim a lot of expressiveness without having to see his eyes.
Flint,
I'm sorry.
oh,
It still makes me a little sad, you guys. That's an issue.
It'd be crazy if it just went from here to like directed by Chris Lockwood. just like Chris Miller.
Jam it on there.
Yeah.
Wow. It was great. He gave up himself for the cause. And it was really noble of him. It was like the ending of Earthquake.
Yeah, it's just like that.
When we saw this in a recent screening, there was a little girl sitting in front of him going, "It's the Ratbirds!"
Aw.
I thought it was pretty cute. Kevin
He's
Freeman
smoking.
was the guy who animated all of those birds,
Oh, that
and
poor
also
dude.
did the shot where all of the chickens were on the ceiling. He was like, "You have to do a lot of birds all the time."
I love that you don't recognize that guy. I think that's your ad lib.
You guys.
This names bit,
This came from John Norton's storyboard.
yes, where it was, we realized there was a lot of names.
We
in
realized
the
there was a
thing.
lot of names, and instead of taking some of the names out, we just decided to put a lot more in. He did an awesome job with it.
Oh, for crying out loud.
This moment was a great payoff, and I can't remember where it came from.
For
the
my
idea
life, I can't remember
of
it.
putting
Yeah.
the monkey thought translator on
But
the
it
dad.
was there for a while. It was there from when I came on. I remember that was the ending.
I'm going to attribute it to Rob for
That
the
sounds
purposes
fair.
of this DVD.
But it was like the perfect fit for getting the guy who can't express himself to express himself, and I think it's pretty funny and touching at the same time, which is really hard to do.
Now, look, when I take this thing off and you hear me make a fish.
I like the couple over his, his
So
screen
like they're
left
all
shoulder.
super
Yeah.
touched by it.
I think there's a couple that starts making out, like a French couple at some point.
That's when Flint and Sam start getting
that's
together. There's
later.
a guy who goes,
And then,
l'amour.
did you see that the macaroni
yes.
guy's looking the wrong way?
Oh yeah, throughout the movie, the macaroni guy is always facing backwards. You can see him in like the corners of shots and stuff. Like there,
So-
he's facing the wrong way. But,
We should talk about this kiss for 1 second.
oh yes.
So in the original version of this kiss, Flint's kissing style was to stick his tongue out very, very small out of that balloon shape. And when we tested it, Moms freaked out so much
Yeah.
that we were depicting tongue kissing that we had to go with this way. I mean, I thought they were going to burn the theater down.
We took it out and
then
they loved it.
Hey.
These titles are based on I Love Lucy.
Naturally.
Of course.
This was not well thought out.
Our joke here was that he would say this was not well thought out, and then written and
It would
directed
cut
by
to
Chris
us.
Lord and Chris. That's the joke. I don't think anybody ever gets that bit.
No, but I laugh at it.
This whole credit thing was designed
Pam!
by
That's our producer Pam Marsden, who
kept the ship
is the
afloat.
most level-headed person I've ever met in my life, and still manages to be really fun.
Judy and Ron.
Judy and Ron obviously were the super
Obviously,
inspiration.
Could
for
not
this
have been more gracious about allowing us to have free reign with their baby.
And
They couldn't love the movie more, and they couldn't be nicer people.
Yeah, this whole sequence was designed by Justin Thompson and Paul Rudish, and they did an amazing job making it fun and cartoony.
Executed by the good folks at Duck Studios.
We originally had this to the song Xanadu by ELO.
From the movie of the same name.
The non-hit film Xanadu.
I am a not very closeted ELO fan.
But when we were trying to get the
Yeah,
rights
that
to
was
that
good.
song,
Yeah, that was fantastic.
we were trying to get the rights to that song, and nobody wanted to take credit for the rights to
Yeah,
that
it's
song.
like no one will like claim to it. Like Universal claims they don't own it. The music label claims they don't own it. Like everyone's so embarrassed by it. I don't think they should be. I think it's kind of a great song. But
then-
at some point, it was decided that we should write something original, and Miranda Cosgrove, TV's iCarly, was gracious enough to
she's
record
a
this.
ghost in the thing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Mom
love
Ghost.
that thing. And then there's a question mark wipe.
It's like what the heck was that?
Yeah.
Lydia and Chris were real
Mark Mothersbaugh, that is
superstars putting the whole thing together.
That is huge.
God, he's
Our
an
editor,
absolute hero of ours.
Yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh.
God.
Yay.
Yep.
Yes.
That choice alone should expose us for the nerds that we are.
Rob Breda, who did all the effects on Independence Day, who was our visual effects supervisor, was a super genius.
I love that London doesn't get
Changed.
cheered up.
Cheered up at all.
Even in the earlier part, all the skies go blue except for London that goes gray. Kerry Yost, who designed all the characters we worked with on Clone High, and he was really, really talented guy, and he had a whole team of great people. Dave Moorhead, who helped us with our awesome camera angles and all the crazy whooshes and swoops that we tried to do.
And I cannot stress enough the contribution of the animation team and the lighting team and all of the
everybody who
incredible
worked on
technicians.
this movie
Yeah.
just did an amazing job.
This credit roll was also designed by Justin to be sort of Flint's Labby, and it's extra cool in Tres Dimensiones.
That's Spanish for 3D. Chris knows a lot of languages.
Listen, I'm very worldly, you guys.
He knows tons. He's very smart.
I don't.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Guys.
Wow, this is. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like you watch one of these movies, and it's like so many people work on these animated.
It's 500
It's
people.
ridiculous. You watch like the credit sequences in these movies alone are.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why we wanted it to say a film by a lot of people, because this wasn't like Buffalo '66 or our student films where we like edited it and did all of our own sound
it's not
and
Dogma
everything.
or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not a Lars von Trier
This is
movie.
like a lot of people, a lot of artists and filmmakers contributed a lot of thought and passion into this thing.
And the whole process is so collaborative, and if you don't embrace that, you'll drive yourself crazy. So it really was a huge team effort.
Marvin and Moon and the modeling team were able to take these drawings that Carrie and Justin and other people did and make them just as cartoony and crazy. And there were no right angles in the movie, and there were no perfectly straight lines, and there were no perfectly round circles in the movie.
The biggest compliment to them is that Chris Riccardi, who designed a lot of the vehicles in the movie, came in and a year after he did all the designs and said, I can't believe it looks like my drawing. That's never happened in my whole
It looks
career.
exactly the way I drew it. They were really,
Wow,
really
what is
amazing.
character pipeline? What is that?
That is the
This thing we're looking
the
at?
thing that we're looking at. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's right. That is
Interesting.
Justin's depiction of the character pipeline in the back there. No, there's just so many. Like that's the thing.
Of the infrastructure of getting the characters into the set and modeled and rigged and all that type of stuff.
That's the thing that blew my mind when I went into the offices that I went in. I saw all these people working, all these graphs everywhere, all this stuff that was so much insane work. And then you were like, oh, well, this is the one wing we have. There's like 3 more. And you go in, there's like, 3 other huge areas just like that with just people at their computers just working really, really hard.
Insane. And there's a machine room that
Yes.
runs the length of the building.
It's a city block long that is like
It
all
just
servers,
has servers.
trying to process
All
this
this
movie.
stuff.
This music that
So-
you're hearing is like the suite of the score from Mark Mothersbaugh.
Yeah, Andy, our music editor, cut this, and it's actually a beautiful suite, I think. It really shows off Mark's score in a great way.
I will say personally, thank you guys for including me on this.
Oh my God,
This
thank
is
you
like
for
the
doing
coolest
this.
thing, for my first kind of, big animated thing like this. I feel very, very lucky.
Well,
I
we
got to be on this.
felt really, really lucky to have you around, and
You really did a great job and really made the character funny and lovable. So.
Well, thanks, guys. Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. Awesome. Well,
thank you,
thank everybody for
watching.
watching and making it through this whole commentary. I'm really impressed with you at home or wherever you're watching this.
Yeah.
Way to go.
And I don't know. Go watch the deleted scenes now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
recommend those. Those are cool.
Yeah.
Admire the beautiful menus
Yeah.
that were created for it.
Buy some more Sony products.
Yeah. Buy some Sony products.
Yeah.
If it's in another language, listen to it in that language. Maybe learn a new language.
It's a good way to go.
Be cooler people.
Yeah. Branch out, guys.
Branch out.
Show them your stuff, kid.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Bye.